My time in creative presentations, I've learned a magnitude of things to improve upon my skills of making good PowerPoint and video presentations. Through this course, I've learned that an image can be worth 1,000 words and that you not necessarily need to incorporate text to get your message across in a powerful presentation. I also learned that having a good knowledge of your audience can be one of the deciding factors in whether your presentation is a success or whether it's a failure. Knowing your audience means you can use different types of vocabulary and different technical jargon. If your audience knows a lot about the topic, you can be more technical and use abbreviations in such a way that it'll convey a message that your audience will understand. If your audience isn't familiar with the topic at hand, you should use simpler vocabulary that everyone understands your idea and the message you're trying to get across. As a whole, a successful presentation will often tell an elaborate story or maybe a brief story that has some emotional tie or some way to connect the audience to the presenter. This can be extremely effective in keeping your audience's attention or drawing in a crowd. A great presentation may often incorporate a small joke. This joke is not meant to sidetrack your audience, but is usually related or correlates to the topic at hand. This is something I've struggled with since I'm not much of a joke writer, but it's something I strive to try and to incorporate into future presentations because I can understand how much of an effect it can have on your audience in a positive manner. In the beginning of the course, I didn't take the course as seriously as I did towards the end. I began with presentations that had relatively simple imagery and very select dialect. Not much emotion went into my presentations, and the vocabulary I used was bland to say the least. As the course continued into the final weeks, I learned how to incorporate emotion into my vocabulary and show that I really cared about the topic at hand. I also chose my imagery more wisely and learned how to elaborate better on each image I chose so that my final project only had images that I conveyed a deep understanding and message of the game mechanics of Battlefield to the rest of the class. Overall, I felt that one of the most vital things I learned in creative presentation was the aspect of a star moment. The star moment I chose to incorporate at the very end of my presentation gave a very strong finish to what I had started and really pulled everything in my presentation together as well. Ultimately, in this course, I learned how to make a presentation more relatable and to make the presentation not about myself but about the audience in front of me. At the start of the course, I wish I would have started the course stronger and more focused because the things I've taken out of the course were immense and will help me develop presentations in the future. In the future, I plan on making more presentations with just images and either few words or very few words and incorporate more video than text. This, I feel, can create an even more powerful image and keep the audience more focused on the presentation or the speaker. Overall, I'd like to say thank you to Prof. Knopf and Bones. You guys did a great job teaching the course. and I'll take your wisdom with me through the rest of my Full Sail career. Once again, thanks.